Hello there, everybody, and how's it going? My name is Haruna, and this is going to be a channel update into the month of May. Basically, a bit of a quick roundup for this month, as well as to give you guys a bit of a quick glimpse into what's going to be coming into the month of June. So, basically, without further ado, well, actually, before we jump into the fray, I kind of want to mention that I'm going to be streaming a little bit later, and it's going to be on Yakuza 0. Basically, wise, the game plan for this stream is to finish up some of the sub-stories as well as the chapter in general. And as I just quoted, I said some of the sub stories because there are certain sub stories that, while available right now, are basically a little bit locked until later criteria parts of the game. So basically, that's why I avoided the bowling minigame for quite some time. In the upcoming chapter, I'll actually take care of it. So that's something to basically look forward to. And hope you guys do enjoy my unique gameplay of the game, which reminds me I need to change my controller at some point. But that's something to that's a little bit later down the road, so that's something to look forward to. But yeah, basically in general, be sure to tune in to the stream as well as the pre-stream music that should be happening. The pre-stream music that's gonna be picked today, or for the most part that I already picked out, is Kimi wa Senpacento from the 1986 Omega Tribe that was released for the album Navigator, which coincidentally was also released in 1986. So I'll kind of leave it at that point. Everything else is gonna be completely randomized, but I always pick the first song, so there you go. But now, moving from live streaming to basically now to the main scheduling for this main channel wise, let's talk about basically all the Let's Plays. So, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday slot, the role playing slot, which is the Bug Fables, the Everlasting Sapling. Now, I haven't recorded this game since Tuesday, so I completely don't remember where I'm at right now. But I think if I remember correctly, I'm just starting chapter 7, but I haven't done any of the content for the main storyline yet. I'm basically just doing a lot of fucking side quests, so that's actually something to look forward to. And I can almost gather that I should wrap up the game by either this week or so, because of the fact that I'm almost near done, or I'm gonna have it finished next week. It depends mostly on how far I try to do recordings of these games. But I am trying to basically batch a lot of recordings quickly, so that's something to look forward to. I will say that right now that there is a couple of stuff that I'm still working with Bug Fables, and I know for a fact that there were 2 videos that I did of that game that were live. So it's a little bit difficult to actually pin where the certain streams were. So I gotta check that out as soon as I finish this up. So that's something to basically work with. So that should be something. And yeah, in terms of what's gonna come after the game, I currently do not know because I have it locked to 2 games, and I haven't decided between which 2 games. I could pick the game that I have recorded that was supposed to come up before, or I just do something completely different, which I have done that before, and yeah, I currently don't know. So I'll kind of make a decision by Monday, but I'll kind of think about it for the time being. So yeah, no hints on RPG slot. But now moving over from that to the classic retro right now, which as you can tell is a question mark, is because Ape Escape is finally completed. Yes, mostly I just finished the game. It is sadly not 100%. I did capture all of the monkeys. I just wasn't able to get I was gonna say the scepter, the specter coins, which yeah, I couldn't find it at the second to last area, and I just went straight for the monkeys in the last area. So yeah. But I will basically do a bonus video on the bonus rounds that are basically made available from collecting all the Spectre coins. Unless there is an extra one, then I'll do like one potential bonus video like that's just like strictly looking for it. So that's something to look forward to for that side. But yeah, I haven't yet uploaded the finale of Ape Escape, but if I'm going to gather a guess, that it is going to be ending on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So that's something to basically try to keep a good look at. In terms of the game that's coming out after Ape Escape, I already have recorded it, and I will say that it is almost done. And despite what I say, it's almost done. There's still a little bit more content to go. And that, when I mean by content, I basically mean an extra, like, basically they have like a bonus world. Well, quote unquote bonus world because it's the same 6 worlds, but a shorter time frame. Instead of 9 minutes, you go straight to 3 minutes, and basically everything's kind of like a topsy turvy. So, or not topsy turvy, but basically everything's kind of like changed around to basically make a little bit more of a challenge. So, that is actually what the game plan is for the game after Ape Escape, which is a very jumping flash to say the least. So yeah, I have yet to record the other game yet because I am like with the RPG slot. It is currently locked between two games, which yes. But I will say that the game afterwards will be Magical Drop 2, and then after that it will be King's Quest 2, and then afterwards it will be Image Fight 2. So the torture is going to begin again with Magical Drop 2. King's Quest 2 will be a nice break, and then Image Fight 2 is just going to completely piss me off. So okay, we'll kind of wrap it up right there. But switching now over to Classic Retro to the indie puzzle slot, as you can tell with the question mark there, meaning that finally Robot Wants It All is finished, quote unquote finished, because I kind of feel a little bit dirty that I didn't 100% justice, but I will say that I was starting to get a little bit ticked off at the end of the game. So, yeah, that's something that's on me. Um, the finale for Robot Wants Justice is already uploaded, and it will be ending on the 30th, which is going to be this coming Tuesday. And the next game will be coming out on the 1st of June. So that's something to basically look forward to. I've already recorded the latest episode of it, and I'm just gonna say right now that the game goes heavy on the fucking themes that it is, which honestly I actually am loving it. It is actually turning to be one of my few favorite like puzzle platformers games that I've actually recorded. But that's all. I'm gonna leave it right there. It is a very beyond the page to say the least, and I'm actually having a very blast of a experience with it. So yeah, I think I just finished chapter 5 already. I need to check, even though like I did get it. Yeah, I just finished chapter 5, and there's only 3 more chapters left of the game. So with that being said, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna basically buy the next game. I was supposed to buy it yet this morning, but I got a little bit sidetracked on something. But yeah, that is what the game plan is. I'm gonna basically purchase the next game, and I think tomorrow I'll start recording it. And to talk about the big indie project that I have in store, or a semi-big indie project, it is currently recorded. I just finished the first boss, which let me just say I just finished the first boss because there was a bit of a medium-sized gap on recordings on this game, but I will say that I am basically trying to get a little bit far into recording, but I do have the content to like do it. I just want to have just a little bit more to say the least. So yeah, but yeah, that is currently what the game plan is, and I already have the next game afterwards lined up already. Which, honest to God, I'm kind of excited to play the game because I have never played. Well, let me kind of. I'll hint it right here. To this day, minus Sonic Unleashed, I have never played a Sonic game before, and this indie game that this game that I have next after the blue 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 almost spoiled it. The next game I have afterwards might make me want to try it. So that's something I'm kind of going on a tangent on. So moving onwards from that, let's finally wrap it up with the AAA slash visual novel slot, which is the Fruits of Kersaya. Now, I will say that I recorded a 14-hour session 2 weeks ago, or at least a week ago. I don't remember anymore, but I remember there was a 14-hour session. Let me wrap it up by saying that the currently I feel like we're going for the Amane ending, which cool. Um, I think after the backstory, I think there's a couple more like segments, and then I think it's gonna wrap it up with her ending. So that's something I need to get ready for, and yeah. I already have the next game ready to go. It has not been recorded since, but I might start to get back onto the game in June or July because of my upcoming vacation to the month of August. So I might actually have to start recording it again. So that's actually going to be something. I'm actually excited to get back into playing it because it is a very fun little bridge of spirits, and I had a very fun time with it. And I think that should wrap up basically the entire scheduling right here. And to kind of talk about bonuses and let's tries. So I will say right now. So I kind of mentioned in one of my live streams that are currently either unlisted or privated that that the 8-bit heroes or the 8-bit adventure bonus video is currently scrapped because I have no save file of my file, and the file or the original MP4 recording of it basically was deleted. So yeah, I don't have the original MP4 file as well as anything in it. So I do apologize on my end. I might try to stream the game and basically just blaze through the game and then just have a separate recording, but that's gonna be way down the road. So currently, right now, the the developer room is currently going to be basically stalled for a little bit. So I do apologize on my end on that. But the bonus videos I have lined up and ready to go are basically Spyro the Dragon, the demo, the Chulip looking basically at the scrapbook of all the kisses that you basically had in the game, which was completely 100%, and then wrapping it up with the Ape Escape, basically Ape Escape's the bonus levels, as well as potentially I might do one where I get all the Spectre coins in case there's a secret bonus one. So I'll kind of leave it at that. So that's something to look at. Now the Let's Tries, I actually am going to bring that back too. I have yet to. I had a game ready to go, but I uninstalled it, so that's kind of on my end. But I do remember what the name of the game is. It was Knights of the Road for Steam because I don't have a capture device yet, which I will say was actually pretty fun. And yeah, I'll kind of leave it at that. But yeah, there should be some Let's Tries coming out in the month of June, as well as the bonus videos coming out in the month of June. And also talking about the month of June for the third time, there is going to be content on the second channel. Now, basically, what the second channel's theme is going to be basically looking at all the live streams that I've done. Some of the live streams, because there are certain things that are just like mostly just meant for fun for the most part, like me just playing around on Rivals of Aether or Magical Drop 6, which yeah. But now going into the secondary channel, what I have in store on the it's gonna be on a rotational cycle, so you'll be getting content on the 5th, 7th, and the 9th, but you won't have anything on the 12th, 14th, or 16th, basically. And what I have in store for that 579 is going to be my Yakuza 0 live stream. So that's what you're going to be getting. And then on the 6th and 8th, the Tuesday and Thursday, I currently don't know, but I'm currently working through videos. I'm I'm very decisive on 3 to 4 games right now. I'll kind of leave it at that. But I should have everything ready to go before basically the month begins. I still have to cut some of the streams, but I should be almost ready to go beforehand. So everything's working potentially as it is. And with that being said and done, that should basically wrap up the live stream for today. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to tune in for tonight's stream of Yakuza 0, which again I will say that the pre-stream music that I picked, the first one, because I always pick the first one, is Kimi wa Senpa Sento from the 1986 Omega Tribe from the album Navigator, which, again, funny enough, was released in 1986. So I'll leave it at that. So take care, everybody, and I will see you guys later.